Welcome back. We thank you for being here again. So for those who prefer to understand the conferences in French, you can use the little headphones that you have on your seat, and then you'll get a live translation in French, from English to French. This conference will be held in English. So now we are welcoming Flora, Sotiris, Olivier, and L'Equipe. You just lost your first name. And Thomas from L'Equipe. On stage for an hour of discussions about social media strategies. And then we're going to have 4 workshops held at the same time, but I'll say it, I'll remind it later. So Flora, that's your turn. Welcome on stage.
Welcome everyone. So the topic of this roundtable is about successfully engaging audiences on social media. And I would like to begin with an observation. And today, social medias are very important sources of news. I want to share with you some figures from the Reuters Institute. In France, in 2013, social medias accounted for 18% of news sources, and 10 years later, the percentage doubled to 35%. In Greece, we have some representatives of this country. The figures are even more important because social media accounted for 61% of news sources. This shows that social medias are widely used to access information. And it's even more important, we can say, in the younger generations, who, by the way, represent tomorrow's readers. So getting information through social networks raises a number of questions. On social networks, content is overabundant, but often partial and misleading. And today, opinions, service information, and disinformation are mixed and managed by algorithms. There is no longer any hierarchy or distinction between content. So it asks, what role can media companies play in all this? Where can they fit in? It asks also the question of the public's place. With social network, the public can act on distribution by sharing information, for example, or even on production by posting elements. And audience behavior is changing. This is a second challenge for media companies. So invest in these information channels is a must to find a new audience and broadcast a clear, verified information. So today, to speak about this topic, I have with me Olivier Marino. Hi, Deputy Editorial Director of Nice Matin. And you will speak with us about the WhatsApp channels you launched in Nice Matin. I have with me too Sotiris Lapassiotis. You're the product manager of Liquid Media in Greece. And you will talk about Gazeta.gr, a media dedicated to sport news, and particularly developed on TikTok. And unfortunately, we should have Francesco Zaffarano from Italy, but he couldn't come because he's sick. Things that happen. So we will have Thomas Bidet for the second time today. And you're the Chief Product Officer of L'Equipe.
Thank you.
Standing ovation, please. Okay. So maybe to begin, I would like that you share your experience and you explain what you implement in your newsroom. Maybe we can start with you, Sotiris. You can describe what you did and explain why it was important for your newsroom to implement it.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. Today, I will present you the strategy of Liquid Media for Gazeta.gr. Gazeta.gr is a sports site for Greek sports news and also news from all the world. I don't know why number 2 is down there. I swear in my screen it was good. Don't worry. This was the situation at June 2022. The situation of the account, our TikTok account, we had 16,000 followers in our TikTok. And the main challenges that we face and understand was that we didn't have a dedicated person or a dedicated team inside our social media team. And of course, lack of consistency. We identify that if we use TikTok correctly, we can have structured growth inside our TikTok account and use it as a tool for various things inside Gazeta and Liquid in general. And to do that, we need to have a more systematic approach on content. That means different shows inside TikTok or different videos capturing live events or engage our viewers, our fans, our readers, and put them in the front page. And again, we lost on. We see that we can tap more audience and make more traffic inside our website. So those are the two main thoughts that gave us the opportunity and the dedication to say, okay, now we need to be more systematic in our TikTok strategy. And if we forward a slide, we can see the we can see the situation now, October. We have 103,000 followers now in 87,000 growth in the last 28 months and last 365 days. Those are the numbers, some of the numbers, and it's overall numbers. I don't know why the slide is broken. Really sorry about it. I think you get the point. So, and you can see the key takeaway that we got is that if we are consistent and steady in this approach, we can see growth so fast. Those are the main points of those are the main numbers and the results of our approach, and I can be more explanatory on examples about shows, TikTok shows, and procedures and things we did after.
Yes, maybe we can talk about that after. It was just to understand what you really implemented in your newsroom. Maybe Olivier, you can give your example.
Hi everybody. I'm very pleased to be here. I'm here to talk about our strategy on WhatsApp channels. So we were the first French local media to launch WhatsApp channels in October 23. I will maybe proceed to a little survey because there is a lot of locals people here. So I don't know if you are following our WhatsApp channel on Nice Matin, so you can raise your hand. S'il y a des gens qui suivent la chaîne WhatsApp de Nice Matin, levez la main. Non? Pas du tout. Bon, le gros flop, elle n'est pas connue. Non, mais c'est intéressant, c'est intéressant. Bon, so, yes. Yes, yes, interesting. So now we are more than 26,000 followers on our channel, and we always want to try different ways of reaching new audiences. And our core readers are 60 plus years old age group, so it's very important for us to talk to younger people, younger audiences. And social media is a good way to access it, and so that was our main goal, to have younger people following us and to be in touch with the brand.
Thank you. No, it was just to understand. So it was your aim was to increase the audience of Nice Matin and share more information, or?
Well, it was not to increase audiences. It's not to have more page views on our website. It's to talk to new people, and so I think we have to progress on the on advertising our channel. Example are quite clear here, but it was to address new audiences, so younger audiences, and in some way it works because we proceed to surveys on the WhatsApp channels, and more than 35% of the people who answered the survey on the channel said they was not following the website before, and so we knew that it was for us a way to address people who were far from the brand and from our website.
And you see a transfer of readers from the WhatsApp channels to the traditional media of Nice Matin? Or?
The click rate is not great, but it's not our idea to get people to go on the website. The idea is to grow the community and and also to address them with a different tone. So it's not the same thing on the website. Website, it's an information drives another one out, and it's our news, a lot of news, and we want to publish on the channels article subject about people, about more feel-good stories, and we want to fight against the infobesity and the news anxiety. And so, yes, the idea was only to push good stories and to make people feel good and want to be interested in information and not only the bad news or the accident who can happen in the street.
What does it inspire to you from this?
I can share some figures. I'm sorry, I'm not best specialist at L'Equipe on the social figures, but I just checked before, just to have an idea, more than 1.5 million followers on the YouTube channel for L'Equipe, more than 6 million on followers on Twitter or Facebook. One figure very interesting, I think, is just keep in mind that L'Equipe it's around 2.5 and 3 million visitors, unique visitors per day, application and websites, but on the social network it's 10 million. So that's interesting to see that this is a good level to address this kind of audience, more younger audience, of course, for a brand as L'Equipe in a long-term perspective. That's of course that's good, but after that point, I think the real issue, maybe we can discuss with my use case later, will be on monetization of this audience. If you want to talk about that.
Yes, it's one of the objectives. I wanted to know what it changes really on your work of journalist, of your way of thinking to build a newspaper. Does it change something in your way of working to consider these new channels like social media?
If I may. Gazeta.gr is #1 sports news provider, sports news website in Greece, and taking advantage of social media make a fast-paced environment even more fast-paced. We took the initiative in 2022 to be more systematic on our TikTok page and create different type of content there. As a result, we need to be more fast and more efficient about what we provide. For example, a controversial referee decision in a football match, because in Greece we like to talk about these things, needs for us to be fast and create a short video maybe or an opinion from an editor, a journalist dedicated to a specific team or to a specific type of reportage, and upload it fast in order to create action and traffic and engagement in social media, in TikTok, in comments, shares, and all these fancy metrics. Those things translates to traffic to our website, which is the main goal, enhance and upgrade the traffic numbers in our websites and articles. And as a social media and TikTok team, is a responsibility for us to be fast and efficient and provide those type of content the moment our audience needs them. So to sum up, yeah, changes us changes the environment to be more fast. That's it.
And you maybe change something in your way of-
Traditionally, Nismatan is print media, so the process is very heavy, you know, to produce information on a newspaper. So it doesn't change a lot the way we worked in the newsroom, and we try to implement a small team to be efficient. And so our main goal in the newsroom is to produce story and good stories. But what's changed is the way we want to brand them or to sell them, to sell the story on this channel, because as I said, our the tone is different, and the way we select stories to push on our website channel is not always the story which make the most of traffic, but we try to have an impact on the perception of our media. So to push, as I said, feel good stories, or and also to offer maybe a second chance of for certain for articles to be exposed to a community that doesn't want to that's not always connected to our app or website, and want something different.
For you, Thomas, you have still a big public, a large public. What does it change in your way of working? And was it something really new, or?
No, that's not really new. So at L'Equipe you have a TV channel, a print newspaper each at midnight, around midnight, and of course website, application, and social networks. So you need to. I think the press will survive if they manage to keep their DNA, their editorial line within different kind of applications in a very specific context. But you need to keep the tone, even you adapt it. Of course, you don't have the same tone in a newspaper for old people, moral, I can say it, and in Snapchat or TikTok and so on. But you need to have a consistency. You need to keep this DNA, even if it's social network, and it can justify that you have a tone very, I don't know, funny and so on. That's a real big issue for us at L'Equipe, but it was the case in my previous company that was a TV channel, because you speak to many newsrooms. We speak of newsroom, but it's newsrooms. You have a social team, you have the newsroom for print. It differs also, it can also have some differences between sport, because you don't have the same age for journalists for, I don't know, sailing and football or e-sport, but it's the same brand above. So for me, that's a good issue, but I think we need more time to.
What Thomas says is very important, because we changed the tone of the way we published, but we didn't change effectively the DNA. So we never published information about France or what did in the world. It's only local news, and often it's news you can relate. Because in the morning we are saying hello, we are publishing a beautiful picture of the of landscape, and we are giving the weather also. So we want to be useful to our community, and that's the idea. And for me, it was like maybe an evidence, but not an evidence. We don't say, but it was natural. But we published only local news on this channel, and to respect our DNA.
So to be successful, you have the tone, you have the news you share. What are the other criteria of success on the social media for a team of journalists about
reactivity? You need to go faster on social networks, faster than on the other devices. But maybe tomorrow we need to have specific temporality or life cycle of the product more than today. Maybe, I don't know, the print is for cold news, social network for very, very breaking out news, and the application maybe between both, I don't know. The long format only for application and breaking news only for social media. But it's the case with the video, for example. You won't make a long video, long format video for TikTok. I think that's not relevant.
Did you organize some training inside your newsrooms to prepare journalists to speak on social media, through social media, or?
We try to we try to persuade a lot of our editors, a lot of our journalists to be in the front page and be part of our TikTok strategy. We started and implemented very successfully a lot of TikTok, let's say, shows with our journalists, and they talk about various events. They have their opinions out there in a different format from the traditional article type, and those are very successful because audience put a face behind, put a face in front of an opinion. They tend to be more relatable, and we see that those type of TikTok videos have great visibility, great engagement, and they help us a lot. The users of the TikTok platform, followers of our page, comment a lot on it. They share it to their profiles, and we tend also to have communication at the comment section between the editors and the users. It's a procedure. We'll get there, and this is a strategy decision to have our audience more engaged, not only in the social media platforms, but in our website. Gazeta has comment sections since its beginning, and we use a case from the content section to create a new TikTok show. In the comment section, at the early days of Gazeta, 2009, 2010, it was the main engagement channel for our audience, and sports fans has a tendency to use, let's say, bad words, and they wrote to us, "Pass my comment, I don't swear." Though this phrase in Greek has 4 words, and we took the initials of those words, and we create a word from it, and that word was part of the pop culture, let's say, throughout this decade, and we took that word. We create a TikTok show from that, and the show is with an editor, a journalist, took a controversial comment or a heated comment, again, no bad words, and he tries to answer it and explain the question that the user has. So we took this engagement, we took this this collaboration between the website, the editors, the opinions, and the audience, and we created to something else, a product, a show that creates more engagement and make the audience to feel more connected and more relatable to the things that happened inside sports. So yeah.
Regarding this pattern, it's a challenge for us and for newsroom because when I'm talking with our journalists and because I want them to be more in front of the camera and to talk to engage with new audiences, and they tell to me if I wanted to be a TV journalist, I will be on TV. So I'm writing for newspaper, so I'm behind my computer, and it's okay. So yes, it's a challenge because now with social media we need people and journalists in front of the camera to engage with the audience, and we talked about this this morning, and there were several examples of influencers, and of course they engage the followers because followers can relate to them because they see them. There are a very good example in France with Hugo Decrypt, and so it's a challenge for newsroom and for and especially for print newsroom to convince journalists to change the way they produce information, and they talk to the audience. And so with new generation, it's more easy, and we have journalists here like Quentin who do a lot of explainers, and so it's good. It's very good, but he's a bit alone. So we have to develop this. Yes, it's very important.
Thomas, maybe you wanted to share with us
if you want.
Yes, use case maybe about this experience, and explain.
Yeah, that's not exactly that's not exactly social network, but just to illustrate for me what's the main issue is how can I catch a part of the global invest on Facebook, especially on Meta, in terms of the advertising, and put it in a product in-house, what I call the in-house, in our own product. It's a tendency very strong today in many editors, US, UK, and also in France, and especially with the vertical video. So we launched this product, Détente Verticale. I don't know how to translate it. I didn't prepare myself for this, but it's just the way to explain that it's something generic, not dedicated to a sport, but there is the idea of verticality inside. So we worked with a Swedish startup that is called Synthis. This is kind of proof of concept, but it's on production, so it's not really a POC. So you have the possibility to scroll down in the homepage L'Equipe for those who have the application. I hope you all have in this room the application L'Equipe. And for the moment, it's low. It's not at the top of the page because we have some technical issues to address. But you enter the vertical experience, like on TikTok and so on. But we are in our house, and that's really important to create ad inventory, so content inventory, of course, but ad inventory, and try to catch some budget, some invest with a vertical spot. So we will see in the future if it's a success. Of course, we won't have the billion, I don't know, but million of views we can have on social networks in a day. But I'm sure in long-term perspective, that's something that can be really successful. That's a test, but I think that's a good use case to share to you all, because we don't speak a lot of monetization today. We are more focused on production and content, but that's the key. That's the case with Paul Bono on the right, that was a member of another team before L'Equipe. He arrived at L'Equipe 1 year ago, and it was at Hugo Decrypt. I think it was Hugo Decrypt. I have adopted. But this guy, typically, it's his talent to do this kind of video, and that's why I'm not sure training of the teams and of the journalists is a good way to approach it. Maybe it's more to infuse this this talent with this kind of people or bench and so on.
And I want to add something to what Thomas said, because my background is editorial. You are a product, and you come from the product also. So you have usually a broader vision of the, yes, of course, of the product, but also audiences and monetization. And I think it's very important because when you are talking with journalists and editors, it's a difficult subject to address, monetization. But if you want to hire journalists in your newsroom, you need money. And you need to think about the business. And so this channel was, WhatsApp channel was also a way to test a new possibility of business for us. And it works because we had a good growth of followers and audiences. And we knew that we were addressing a new kind of readers. And our advertisers, they don't miss the opportunities because now we are testing brand content on our WhatsApp channel, and it works. And there is a lot of our clients who now want to use this channel to push some ads. So it's brand content. And it, of course, it's mentioned and explained. It's very clear. And I think I have an example. If you can put the slide. And so it's also a way to develop business. And so it's important for us. Yes. It was the next one. So this is very good. The poll are very good for engagement, and it's a good way to communicate with our followers, because the difference between channel, WhatsApp channel, and channel group, that's WhatsApp channel are very vertical because people can't write and can't answer, but we can. Yes, we can ask them and to answer some question. So it's very interesting because usually they can put smiley and everything, but the engagement on smiley is not so strong. But every time we ask a question and generate a poll, there is a lot of participation, and we use it also to push vertical video, because we produce a lot of vertical video also, so it's a good way to push them on native. So the same, it's not an idea to have click to rate, but it's more to deal with engagement. And if you can put this so that's an example of brand content, and this one is particular because it was a brand content created by our own agency for one client, and they decided also to push it on our WhatsApp channel. Yes.
So Thierry, maybe, I don't know, you want to talk about the business part of Gazeta.gr?
Yes, of course. I agree with both of you. We need to insert some money in the procedure, and we use this engagement with fans not only on the digital side, but we try to be face to face by them. We have a different TikTok show, and we send a journalist to sports cafes that shows big events, big sports events, and we gather opinions from the fans about the score, about the game in halftime, all these type of things, that we create a very nice last product, and we make it live in our channel, which is also make us a go-to option for sports news consumption in our audience, but also, and it was branded, it was sponsored by our collaborators and partners for the Euro 2024. We make 5 live events in big plazas in Athens, and we live stream the games, the final, the semi-finals, all these type of things. We gather opinions from the audience, and we create reels collaboratively with our partners, major partners was Adidas, Huawei, Flexcar, LG, various companies. This was very helpful for us to create this type of synergies, and companies and partners seems to understand the value that we can give to them with those type of strategy and those type of content. And they tend to come to us and discuss opinions, discuss things that we can create. And this is a procedure, this is an ongoing procedure. This makes us in the eyes of sponsors and big companies and everyone who wants a very useful tool for them to have to be open to various eyes and a very engaged audience. So we use it as a tool. It was a business decision. It was a very well thought, and we make it live. We see results, and we have success both to our goals, both to increase the traffic in our website, and also make those collaborations, make those synergies with partners for branded content. Again, Euro 2024 was a very, very good use case for us. We create over 100 branded reels for TikTok, and that translates to over 150 articles in the website. It was a very good use case. So yeah, that's it.
There is a business part always. I wanted to know and to speak about maybe the audience. What kind of link enabled to create to speak with your audience through the social media? Is it important? Does it reinforce the trust they can have in your media to speak with them through this?
Yes, of course. So it won't be with these channels because the format is very vertical and they can't reply. But the people now communicate with us through Facebook. They send us messages and not only comments. They alert us about what happened in cities. They send us an inbox message on Facebook. So it's very important to keep this link, because before, as I said, our main product is the newspaper, and so before, and all the people and all the subscribers were used to come in the office or give us a call, and now of course habits change, but we need to keep a bond between us, and so now mainly it's with Facebook, and of course the comments, and but a lot of direct message, and that's the way for us to keep the bond between the audience and us.
Thomas, what do you think? It's
nothing more to add. It's just another touch point, and that's another way to keep the relationship with your audience in another way, with more context, the code of the social network. So that's a global strategy in terms of relationship with your audience.
For us, it seems to work very well to to put a face in front of the opinion. We saw that our audience tend to think that they have a friendly relationship with our editors, our journalists. They talk to them in the comments, or at our events with their first name, and we try to put this fun element, this nice to feel element in our content and in our procedures, in our strategy. It seems to work us very well. Again, as you said earlier, the trust issue is a very big issue, but it seems for us it seems that this strategy works well for us. People, the audience tend to contact more with our editors, tend to want their opinions. They want them to be on these TikTok shows often and often. So I think put a face in front of the opinion gives to the trust element.
Okay, thank you. I don't know if someone wants to ask some questions in the public, maybe, about social media.
Et comme tout à l'heure, si vous voulez poser la question en français, je pourrais traduire.
Bonjour, je voulais savoir, comme on parle de monétisation, donc le revenu du journaliste lui-même va augmenter, parce qu'au départ, s'il ne parle, admettons, je prends Nice Matin, il fait de l'écrit, l'équipe fait de l'écrit, on passe au digital, donc il y a une rémunération qui tombe. Est-ce que ça va toucher le journaliste aussi?
So the question is, if we're making more money thanks to digital initiative, then will the salary of journalists will increase? Ah oui, too bad. Yeah, not working. Olivier, that one's for you.
In the contract, the new journalists they work for our brand, and so our brand is published on several channels. So the print one, of course, is historic, but you can also produce for the social networks, and it's a whole. You are not only anymore a print journalist. You are a journalist who published on all the platforms that your media owns. And after, of course, there is a discussion with, but it's more about the droit d'auteur. How do you say droit d'auteur in English? Copyrights, yes, thank you. The copyrights, so and especially about Facebook and Google. Yes, there is discussion between organizations how to redistribute the money you get from Google and from Facebook to the newsroom. So yes, this is there is in every newsroom and organization a discussion how to redistribute the money you get from the platform to your journalist.
Any other question?
Bonjour, Vincent-Xavier Morvan, journaliste, président du Club de la Presse à Nice. J'ai trois petites questions, deux pour Nice Matin, une pour l'équipe, c'est très vite. L'équipe, est-ce que vous avez-vous une chaîne WhatsApp, pardon? Voilà, puis vous me direz si ça... D'accord. Et alors, tout à l'heure, vous montriez, merci, tout à l'heure, vous montriez des slides de votre fil WhatsApp. On voyait le père de la petite Camilla, là, donc, qui a été tué cet été là, par une moto. Est-ce que ça veut dire que quand il y a une information très forte, puisque vous disiez c'est plutôt feel good, etc., est-ce que ça veut dire que quand il y a quelque chose de très fort, vous le passez quand même sur ce fil? Et la deuxième question, là, tu vois, du coup j'ai oublié, mais déjà la première, la deuxième va peut-être me revenir. Oui, oui, juste la deuxième question, c'est que vous dites que 35% en fait vous avez fait des études comme quoi 35% en fait, des lecteurs de ce fil WhatsApp n'étaient pas des lecteurs de Nice Matin. Mais comment ils ont eu connaissance alors si vous le savez, de votre présence sur WhatsApp?
So thank you for the 3 questions that I have to translate all by memory. Yes. So the first one was, has l'équipe a WhatsApp channel? And the answer is yes, you have 200,000 followers on that one. The second one was for Olivier at Nice Matin. Do you publish only feel-good stories on your WhatsApp channel? And we've seen that there was a not so feel-good story published. So what's the strategy around that one? And second, you said that 35% of the people that are on the WhatsApp channel are not readers of Nice Matin. So how did they discover the WhatsApp channel?
Okay, thank you. So yes, when we assume that an information is so inevitable, so important, we can publish it on WhatsApp. And in this case, it was a very strong testimony of a father who lost his daughter. Yes, and so everybody was talking about this. So we decided to publish it on WhatsApp. And so for the second question, we pushed ads on our WhatsApp channel on social media, like Facebook, and so we address people based on geolocalization, and so they subscribe to the channel without being going through our website. And after, for about the 45%, it's only it's a survey we published on the WhatsApp channel. So there is no value. No strong value, but it was only about what people declare, and we asked them if they were using our website or application, and we get these results.
Are we done for the questions? Yes. So it's.
So before leaving, subscribe to our WhatsApp channel for the locals, guys. Thank you.
You'll gain like 100 new followers today. So this is the end of the roundtables for today. So now we're going to have 4 parallel workshops that are going to be held in the rooms on the right. So you go outside the room on the right. One with Ismael Nafria, here with Spanish speaking, but he will speak in English about your decisive notes, your study about Clarín, media from Argentina. We're going to have another one with Gerald, held in French, about how to write a prompt for Perplexity. One with Moïse, I've seen him, about Nonly. And the fourth one, remind me, with Catherine. Yeah, with Catherine, the IQ Media Director, about how AI is used in newsroom. So now, little break, and then we see each other.
Thank you very much.